Hey everybody, welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe TV show live right here. Night Train is Johnny Melnick, and today we're ringing the bell. Why, you ask, are we ringing the bell? There you go. Because it's Dawn's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Birthday, dear Dawn. In the morning, happy birthday to you. Ring that bell, baby. Ring that bell. Once a year. And it was Freddie's birthday as well, a couple of days ago, yeah? Yesterday, fantastic. Night Train. Monday night. Let's see what happens. '80s, Joe Jackson. That shines electricity so fine, look and drive your eye. We so tired of all the darkness in our lives. Get into the car and drive to the other side. Step it out into the night, into the night. Baby, step it out into the night, into the dressing pink and blue just like a child. In a yellow taxi, turn to me and smile. We'll be there just a while if you follow me. In our lives, no more empty words to say. Come alive, get into the car and drive. Step it out tonight. Joe Jackson. Taking requests. These are for my sons. This song is for my sons. I try to get the point across to them. It's not time to make a change. Just relax, take it easy. You're still young, that's your fault. There is so much you've got to know. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. I was once like you are now, and I know that it's not easy to be calm when you found something going on. Take your time and think a lot. Think of everything you've got, for you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. How can I try to explain? When I do, it turns away again, and it's always been the same old story. From the moment I could talk, I was ordered to listen. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go. It's not time now to make a change. Just relax, take it slowly. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you've got to go through. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. All the times that I've cried, keeping all the things I knew inside, it's hard, but it's harder to ignore it. They were right, I'd agree, but it's them they know, not me. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go. Cat Stevens, we're gonna play that song. Son-in-law and all kinds of things like that. That's me. That's what I do best. I kind of make people
It's gonna be a
cry.
long week of me weepy.
It's the official first day of Dawn
marriage.
being a mother-in-law.
That's amazing.
Grab your bell.
That deserves. Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
Now we're
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be a long
giving
week.
out. We're gonna be giving out bells all week because Dawn has to go to Texas on Friday
Thursday.
or Thursday, and Wednesday we are inviting everybody to come on down and say happy birthday and congratulations, Aaron and his beautiful bride. They went to City Hall today, and I have my attorney's card in my
But
pocket,
don't worry.
in case of
Pomp and
emergency.
Circumstance will be starting Friday for the entire weekend. So
That's right. He is now responsible.
It's lunchtime in the blue.
I guess not.
That's nice.
Pictures to come
He,
soon.
he is now responsible for an interesting, another person in his life, which is kind of interesting,
Officially.
officially. Now, I know that we had to play an open, yes? But it's the Night Train Open, not the Cafe Open, because this is officially, you can play. All right, so let's play. We'll be right back. Let's open the open.
Yes. Roll it.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Yeah. Night Train. Monday night. Yo. Get it, man. Steely Dan for you, folks. Now the surface easy on the day I came to stay on this quiet island in the bay. And I remember a lion and women all in white, the laughter, the steel bands at night. All the Americans have gone except for two. The embassy's been hard to reach, and there's been talk, and lately a little action after dark behind the big casino on the beach. The rules have changed, they're not the same. It's all new players in a whole new ball game. Last night I dreamed of that old lover dressed in gray. I've had this fever now since yesterday. Wake up, Tony, been knocking. The colonel standing in the sun with his stupid face and glasses and the gun. I know what happens. I read the book. I believe I just got the goodbye look. I believe I just got the goodbye look. I believe I just got the goodbye look. Won't you fall me, Cuban breeze, creature? I know a man with a motor launch for hire, skinny man with two-tone shoes. Calls the night, we're arranging a small reception just for me behind the big casino by the sea. I know what happens. I read the book. I believe I just got the goodbye look. I believe I just got the goodbye look. I believe I just got the goodbye look. Yeah, the goodbye look, the goodbye look. Fighting a bit of a cold, so forgive me if I cough, hack, do things like that. It's a pleasure to be here once again on the Brooklyn Cafe TV. I'll sing the song for your daughter and your new son-in-law. Son and your daughter-in-law. How did I get that backwards? I don't know. Freddie, did you put that bug in my ear? I don't know. Here we go. There's a place for us, a time and place for us, peace and quiet and open. Wait for us somewhere. There's a time for us, someday a time for us, time together with time to spare, time to learn, time to care. Somehow, someday, we'll find a new way of living. We'll find a way of forgiving somewhere. There's a place for us, a time and place for us. Take my hand and we're halfway there. Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Somehow, someday, we'll find a new way of living. We'll find a way of forgiving somewhere. There's a place for us, somewhere a place for us. Take my hand and we're halfway there. Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Somehow, someday, somewhere. Leonard Bernstein. Wow.
That's a little tearjerker.
That's going to be a long week, I see.
That's a good wedding song. I think it's a lovely wedding
I think
song.
that is the
Anyway, that goes
best
to
wedding
you
song.
and your new family, your extended family now.
Extended
It's
family.
beautiful.
Thank you.
What a birthday gift.
All right,
Extended family.
We're taking some requests. If you have you have some requests out there, so we'll be glad to field them if you're just write in.
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Wow. I'm not averse trying that. Josh, you ready? Let me do the sign of the cross first so I get through this. All right. All right. Hold it. All right. Here we go. All systems go. When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? Should have stayed on the phone. Should have listened to my old man. And now you can't hold me forever. You didn't sign up with you. Not a present for your friends to open. This boy's too young to be singing the blues. So goodbye, Yellow Brick Road, where the dogs of society howl. I can't find me in a penthouse. Gone back to my plow, back on your feet again. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. Mongrels who ain't got a penny, searching for tidbits like you. On the it's a goodbye elevated road where the dogs of society howl. I can't land me in your penthouse. I've gone back to my plow, back to the howling land in the woods, hunting the horn toe. Oh, I finally decide my future lies on the elevated road. Let me put my head back in place. What's that? Yeah, it needs some kind.
Got one more, Josh, before commercial? Got one more, Johnny, before we hit commercial?
Yeah, I'm gonna do an original song. This is a song. It's all about positive direction. That's
There you
I'm not
go.
gonna play that particular song right now, but this is one of my favorites too. It's kind of just an upbeat love song. And if you call me traditional and soppy, I don't really care about that. So I think that a love relationship is the best thing you ever find in this life, and we're okay with that. Yeah, you're lucky if you got it. Wendy's song. This came out of a Peter Pan thing. Peter Pan's thinking about it. He fell in love with this girl, and he's going like, "Oh boy, should I chuck this single routine? I'm flying all over the place, having a good time, and but boy, this girl's really something." I don't mind the rain as long as we're together. I can't feel the pain as long as we're together. You've made me a different man, taught me how to sing a different tune. My yesterdays are gone, whenever we're together. I know where I belong. Whenever we're together, you made a weak man strong. Show me
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties. Open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Are
you compromising your medical care for doctors out of your network? Are you tired of dealing with referrals to see a specialist? Are you aware that you can save up to $155 a month on your Medicare premiums? You need an all-in-one benefits company that can help with all of your Medicare plan needs. Call today, All-in-One Benefits Group at 954-614-5488. We're here to find an all-in-one plan for you. 954-614-5488. Call today for open enrollment.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Sitting on a park bench one day, you came down and sat next to me. You had my heart fluttering, baby, like a pair of butterfly wings. I seemed to talk for hours about everything we knew. And when you went away, baby, Lord, right then I knew that there's only one woman for me. You showed me things I'd never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. There's only one woman for me. It's been 2 years, baby. Oh, you're standing there. I see the love in your eyes, wind blowing through your hair. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, the love we shared. And I knew in my heart, baby, none would ever compare. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I've never seen. You drive me crazy, and there's only one woman for me. We talked for hours, made love on the beach. You are my dream, my only fantasy. Then one summer day, my darling, you went away. You flew up to heaven, you see, got your own pair of wings. Though it broke my heart, I remember everything you taught. There would never be another woman that could mend his heart. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I've never seen. Whoa, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I've never seen. Whoa, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for
Boom.
Welcome to Monday,
Happy
the 20th.
Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy spring.
Your spring ahead.
Has sprung. Spring has sprung. It is officially spring, March 20th. You know what that means?
No.
Love is in the air.
Now, Dawn is talking all this nonsense because
Dawn is in
today,
denial this week.
today is the beginning of Dawn becoming officially a mother-in-law.
Oh, gosh.
So for your birthday, you have a mother-in-law gift. You're being
Yes.
gifted.
I'm being gifted to be the mother-in-law on my birthday, correct?
That's right, because you know what they say, you're not losing a son, you're gaining a daughter.
That is true, and she's wonderful. So I'm very happy for them, Ashley and Aaron, only the best. More to come on Saturday and Sunday. I get to put my whole speech situation together for Saturday night.
I hope somebody records them. Because
I don't know what they're going to do. I've been thinking about it today. I've got all my ideas, but when I don't have my team around me, it's a little more watered down than what I would like to do. So,
You have a team?
well, my team here, but I don't have a team
have a
there.
You have a whole team?
Well, I have a whole studio of a
She has
team
a
here.
whole team.
So we'll see how that all rolls out.
You know, it's funny because this is our birthday week.
Yes.
And we're going to be celebrating it. So we invite all of you to come down any day of the week. Don't call, just show up. If you want to sing a song, sing a song. If you want to just say something nice, I would appreciate it. But it's funny because I told you that this year was a different feel. I was going to do something different. And I'm going to take you with me. The suction is going to blow you right out the
Well,
door.
before you blow me out the door, how was your birthday weekend? Your birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday to you.
I had a fantastic time on Saturday.
Did you do the mummy?
Yes. I went to Universal.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I wasn't feeling well. So, you know, when you get off at Universal, you got to walk about a mile before you get to the park.
Yes.
Because you got to walk through all the restaurants and all. So it's uphill. So I almost turned around and told Linda, I can't do this. I wasn't feeling well. But I sat down, I regrouped, and boom. First ride, the Mummy.
How was it?
Well, I go to the Mummy, and Linda tells him about her heart. So we walk through this maze. Now, you cannot see your hand in front of you in the Mummy. It is so freaking dark. And all I kept thinking was about Mayor telling me, you got to do the Mummy. But I could not see. So when you're walking, I kept running into, my legs are killing me. I kept running into
What are
the
the special
banisters.
seats if you've got bad heart?
Huh?
Are there special seats
Wait
if
a
you have a bad
minute.
heart?
She
Okay.
said to them at the beginning, so the lady says, I wouldn't ride this if I were you. So when we get to the front, ready to get on the ride, they come to get Linda and they take her out of the ride. So I had a decision to make. Do I stay or do I go? Do I stay or do I go?
And what'd you do?
I stayed.
Woohoo! Good for
I
you.
said, you know what? I waited all this time to get on this stupid ride. Now, and I tell the lady, now you tell her this? After we waited all this time? Well, we've been advised. So now I get on this Mummy ride. And the Mummy ride will throw you out of your seat. It's a good thing that they suction you up in there, you know? But your reaction is to use your legs to stay in the seat. I think I pulled my hammy. Right away I was in pain, but what a ride. What a ride. I gotta tell you, one of the best. Until I got on the next one, which is that thunder thing.
Do you know all these roller coasters? Josh says
And
yes.
it goes up, and you don't see nothing but God. And you say, God, how you doing? And he says, oh, a whole lot better than you. And this thing goes this way, like it's going this way. It looks like you're going to go off the tracks. What a blast. Your face, your cheeks, I guess when you get older, they go behind your
There's
ear.
no elastic left in our faces at this age anymore.
What a ride. I did them all. I did Potter. I did all the ones you told me.
You did
guys
Harry
said-
Potter too?
Yeah.
Did you get nauseous?
No.
Oh my God.
I tell you what got me sick was The Simpsons.
Josh
What is
laughing.
wrong with that ride?
It's old.
You're like, you ever take an ice cube and you twirl it in a cup And it goes, ding, ding, ding. I felt like an ice cube. I got all beat up. I came out. The damn thing, it isn't that it's scary or anything, but it bounces you around. And I'm like, I told them at the ride, it says, this ride is dangerous. It beats the crap out of you.
Yeah, but you get to see how they changed, how they evolutionized the rides. Because Simpsons ride, and did you do the Transformers ride?
Yes.
It's the same ride.
Yes.
They're both just screens, and you're on a chair, and you're
But you feel
in
like
the experience.
you're in space. You feel the way they do it is amazing.
Isn't Harry Potter the same way?
Harry Potter, same too. But
travel
you get
through.
to see the progress that they made from The Simpsons, which is probably, what, a 20-year-old ride?
Probably
But
at least, yeah.
least the ride, the cars in the other ones, the one for The Simpsons is on a wooden bench you sit on, and the plastic, you bounce back and forth. My kidneys are killing me. My knee is killing me. My chest is killing me.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you too. Now, have you done Fast and Furious?
Everyone says it's terrible.
Oh my God, it is the best ride. You get on the Fast
did
and
them
Furious, it's
all.
a bus, right?
Did Linda
So-
do any of them?
Yeah, she did them all. The only one she did was the one they threw out. Everything else she did. And the Fast and Furious, you got to sit on the outside. So we're sitting on this bus. I mean, how bad can a bus be? Next thing you know, there's an explosion and all this heat. My eyebrows disappear. And this giant white smoke is in my face with this splashing of water. And Linda looks at me, I'm drenched.
Was that other ride that they redid?
They redid all of them.
There
I
was a
think
ride that was just like that maybe they redid it as Fast and the Furious.
Fast and Furious is the best ride in the world. You got to do it. You got to do them all. They are just, and then I started getting into this whole groove about feeling good about myself because here I am, I'm walking, I'm doing the rides. We got to see the bees. Oh, I forgot my bees are in the car. I got so many bees, they're going to choke me to death.
It's a walk, man. I got to tell you, right from the parking lot to the park,
Yes, but the park itself is not as big as.
not even close. 750 acres
It's
instead
not
of
as big. And all the rides,
22,000.
NBC with Jimmy Fallon. You did that right? You got to do Jimmy Fallon. It is the funniest thing I have ever seen.
Were you there all day and all night?
I closed the park. I was the last one out. The Jimmy Fallon ride I love because it reminds me of what I want to do in this studio. I want you guys to be sitting, and I'm going to tell you, put on your seatbelt. And then you put on your 3D glasses. And the whole world changes. Everything changes. And they got like spray in your face. They got things touching you. They come out, because you can't see. It's so dark. Things are touching you. People are whispering in your ear. Something bit me. I know something bit me. But
You're still there?
no, I don't know.
Just checking.
But what a magical place.
I'm glad you had a happy birthday.
It was the best. It was.
How was the weather? Good?
It started getting nippy at the end. So I get a little chilly. And I gotta tell you, I don't know why, but maybe everybody was drunk. There was nobody at the park. It was small.
Yeah, how did you get through everything so fast in one day?
I don't know.
You got through a lot.
I did a lot of rides.
Well, how's it feel to be on the other side of that magical number?
Well, it took me a day to recuperate. And then,
It's not so bad, though.
Yesterday-
Happy Johnny Schnebley, we got to get you in. We need to do some wine tasting from Schnebley's.
yes, we did an update. I went to see Creed 3.
'Tis spring, the bird is on the wing. Absurd, absurd, the wing is on the bird. That would be from Frank.
I think that's a famous saying from Les Miserables or something.
'Tis spring,
Yeah. Then I went to see Creed 3.
How'd you like it?
I loved it. You guys seen the movie Creed 3?
I saw it last week, you remember?
You told me that it was about bullying, which there was some bullying in there as well.
I didn't want to ruin it for you.
This movie is magical because of the meaning behind it, which leads us to our next guest. But the whole magical scenario of this movie and Apollo Creed's son getting back in the ring and what happened between him and his best friend when they were younger. And I
What do
gotta
you
tell
take away from that?
First of all, it doesn't matter who they say they are. It only matters what they do to show you who they are.
How about the end of the closing right between the two of them in the locker room?
I don't think
Forgiveness.
they knew how to end the show, to be honest with you. You know, the daughter, she signs. her in the ring at the end. The rumor is they're going to have her grow up.
I
to be
made
a
that up.
fighter. No, they're probably going to do that.
But it makes a whole lot of sense, right?
But it goes to show you have to see Creed. And it's funny because I got to see all the Rocky movies. So if you listen to the music in Creed 3,
Yes.
it has some Rocky tunes to it. So I kept humming them, da 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 da. And then the Cindy, she says, like, you helped make this movie? What is it? Why is it you know all the music?
Yeah, you definitely
That's
have the
just 'cause I
Rocky
saw them
theme in
all.
there. Yep, 100%.
And there's always the boxing. Now, camera work, I think that a lot of what Josh was trying to explain to me, the one show, the horror show up in
Universal?
that horror show where they show you how they make things, best show on the planet.
That's what he said.
The way they do it. And they had people from the crowd come up. Best show. I would go there just to watch that again. It was so good.
Gives you a fresh perspective on things?
It changes stuff. What we do in our business is not even a hair from my fingernail as to what can be done. And these movies, Universal's involved in a lot of movies. Universal was involved also in Creed 3. It's amazing what they can do when they were in the stadium, the LA Stadium, the Dodger Stadium, and they did the fight. When they showed the fighting, it's not like Rocky. They changed all the technologies. They use computers to land the blows. It's
Really?
different.
I don't know, I was like this.
Oh, it was unbelievable. Creed 3, go to the movies, check it out. What an awesome place Universal is.
Happy birthday. I'm glad you had a nice birthday.
It was cool. It was different.
I'm approaching my whole wedding week situation, this whole mother-in-law thing, so I'll let you know how that plays out by
You're going to
next
be
week.
spending your birthday in Texas at the wedding.
Yes.
Are they going to cut a cake and all that? They got some surprises, I'm sure.
I think they got some things up their sleeve for Friday, because the wedding's Sunday, so I think
Oh.
they've got some things planned for me.
I think I'm going to go to Costco and buy you a lot of these.
I got to tell you, we went to my parents last night because my parents cannot make it to the wedding. And my mom's feeling really badly about it. My dad just sits and cries about it. So my son, when you look at your kids and they grow up to be these amazing adults, because there was nothing more that I could say, but he sits and he goes, Grandma, you got to listen to me. And he goes through this whole thing on what my parents mean to him and Chelsea and all the memories they've had in the house and why they wanted to order in this for dinner because it brought back all these memories. You can just sit back there and just say, thank you, God, for these amazing children, because somehow, I said to him, the wolves that raised you, I guess, did a really good job. But I just look at him and she says, oh, you're good as being an attorney. It's just what came from his heart. Couldn't have said it any better.
So they're
it all
not going to
started
the wedding?
yesterday. No, they're not going to be able to
I
make
gotta
it to
tell
the
you,
wedding.
at Walt Disney World, the rides, they were taking people in wheelchairs on the ride. So planes do the same thing.
Yeah, but it's a lot. You got to get from the house to the airport to the place to the bus. It's a whole lot of
You
the
fly
vineyard.
them in the same day of the wedding. They get there,
hire
they go
you
to
to
the
do
wedding,
it.
and then you shoot them
You
out.
want to do it?
I would do
I
it.
know. You're hired.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, it's all the fun you could do it until you can't.
But when you look and you watch what your kids say as grown adults, and you watch them pick their spouse, and she's
FaceTime.
amazing, and all these wonderful things.
FaceTime.
So it started yesterday, and so the tears, Johnny Melnick, started yesterday. No, I think they started when I started picking songs for the video. But other than that,
No, you're gonna need
it's going to be a weepy kind of week, I got to tell you. And then on the other side of this, 55 is coming up. You know how it rolls out.
Listen, you gotta enjoy life. It's all about the fun. That's why I'm glad Johnny Melnick kicked us off. And today is a Monday to be grateful.
Thank
What's
you,
Frank?
Frank. Dawn, may you never want for what you need and need for what you want. Happy birthday, Bellissima. Thank you, Frank.
And also, you should be grateful. It's funny because when we went to the park, you know, they give you a button. And I had 1,000 people say happy birthday, Freddie. And then I had to come up with a clever line. But one of the things that was said is that Linda had her Grateful shirt on when we went up, and everybody says, that is such a great, because I had my Pop shirt, you know. But everybody was saying that is such a great shirt, great shirt, great shirt. I think that one day we should get 1 million shirts and put it out at the park, and everybody should wear it. And it's funny because, you know, when you start doing this long enough, and you start appreciating the smaller things in the business, and people that come up and say, you know, I was saying to Linda, that is a fantastic shirt. Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? It really it hit home, because this birthday was about being grateful and living life. And there was no ride that I wasn't going to do. There was nothing. And I'm ready to go back and do the other islands, because
You should. I was talking to your son on Friday. I was talking to Freddie. He says, my dad's doing what? I got to talk to my dad. He's doing what with who? And I'm not going. I said, why aren't you going? I didn't know he was doing all this.
I didn't invite nobody. You know why I didn't invite nobody? Because they always change what you want to do. No, we don't want to go on this. We don't want to eat that. We don't. No. I said, you stay home. The next time, it'll be all of us. Other than that, stay home. Get out of my way.
So we got a nice show lined up. We have a Night Train coming to you tonight at 8 o'clock with Johnny Melnick, who always is the master of the keys. We've got Vismaya joining us today for a day of gratitude, her friend Lee, and of course Karen. Now we've got Karen working on soundboard, because some of our crew is not feeling so well. They're under the weather, so you guys feel better. Get well soon, because once we get back, you got things to do. Things are rolling out.
You got Sally in the house.
And of course, Sally's in the house. I'm letting Sally relax for a moment. I think she needs to decompress.
Why?
And regroup.
It's been the whole weekend.
Mondays, only you relax. Does anyone else relax on the weekend?
Not me.
No.
I'm a
That's what I'm
realtor.
wondering.
Never.
Only you seem to relax on the weekends. No one else relaxes on the weekends.
I relax all the time. I'm relaxing right now.
Once you get to a certain age, I think you're always working, or at least me. Saturday, I'm always catching up running errands from like 12 until the cows come home. I'm running errands. And then Sundays, maybe I get to relax a little bit. But then that's grocery shopping and all those other things and laundry. So it's never really relaxing.
You have to be grateful.
I'm very
You have to
grateful that I have
slow
the
it all down.
opportunity to do all of
You
that.
gotta go from high octane to low test.
Yeah. Good
you
luck
gotta
with that.
chill out.
So you ready to talk some gratitude? Or you want to go to a commercial break
No,
first?
let's talk some gratitude.
All right, Vismaya, welcome back. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday. Very excited to be here. Happy birthday, Freddie. Happy day of being a mother-in-law, Dawn.
Thank you.
It's a whole lot of happies.
That's a whole lot of good things, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Embrace the happy.
And it's funny, Maya, because we bring you in on Mondays to get us started correctly. I wanted to we had a taping a little bit here for Johnny to bring some music and try to get you a little settled. Because you're a little bit,
That's what I'm telling you. Mondays I'm always like that on Mondays. I don't know why. I don't know why. It just takes me a little bit longer to get my
Look,
feet
she's
grounded.
all calm, cool, and collected.
I'm not a mother-in-law today, though.
Work with me here, okay? Work with me.
But she's great. You know, I'm grateful that I have the kids that I have, and they're picking partners that are wonderful. So yeah, it's all good.
Very simple. So what kind of wise words do you have for us today?
So I was thinking about that because I knew you would ask me. And I think the message for today is that gratitude makes the invisible visible. And I almost get chills when I say that. So when we start to practice gratitude, we notice the things, the small things that we didn't notice before. So Dawn, I invite you, this weekend of this beautiful wedding, to really pay attention to the little things. And you started to, it sounds like, by noticing how beautiful, your son spoke with your parents and watching the things that he said to make them feel that even though they won't be there, they're still there. They're always there. They're with him. So as we practice gratitude, the more we practice gratitude, the more we start to see. Because again, practicing gratitude, it transmits something to our brain and says, hey, find more of this stuff that we love and we like and that make us feel good. So pay attention to the little things, and the more you start to see them and the more you acknowledge them by either saying thank you, or sometimes I look and I say thank you, God, if I see a rainbow or something beautiful. Start to pay attention to those little things and see how many little things you notice, and watch what happens to your mood, watch what happens to your day. Shifts, and it's
I was at their
incredible.
house yesterday, and they've got these steps into their couch area, and there was this little white feather. So I picked it up, and of course, full of gratitude for this white feather. Oh, that perks Sally up, doesn't it? Look, suddenly she's engaged.
White feather, yes.
And they all look at me. They said, where did that white feather come from? I said, the angels are here watching over you. And they said, but it's in the middle of this staircase. And I said, yes, it is. So you pick it up, and you say grateful, and you thank them for the feather and acknowledge that they're here with us. They were We do this every day. We have the benefit of doing this every day. But for people who don't, when those little aha moments happen, they look at me like I got two heads. But it's just a moment to teach.
Well, you could be fortunate to be like Johnny Melnick, right? Because Johnny could break into song just hanging out with people. You ever, my brother, my brother, all kidding aside, my brother used to do that. So
Really?
my brother was sitting down and we're sitting around and we're talking, something like that would happen. Harry's guitar was always nearby and then he would start playing. So my mother used to say, Harry, just play. Especially when things were like really mellow and everybody was like on the same page like what you had yesterday. And Harry starts to play. And Willie, my cousin, started to play. And then all of a sudden, man, everybody got into this thing. But music is a nice piece.
You know, I have thoughts about that. The world is moving so fast. Everything's fast. Everything needs to be fast, 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 including music. If music is not on a certain tempo or something like that, it's almost disregarded. When the truth, this softer, I mean, my mission really in life from here on in is to connect. And the fast kind of blows by you. The slow, you absorb. You know, the words. And so I'm on some kind of a mission to slow things down a little bit. Even you know, doing the show here, I feel like a little bit of pressure to keep it up. You know, keep it up. Let's keep it.
See, I gotta get your blood
bounce
pressure going. I gotta pump it up.
And believe me, I enjoy that. So you know, Positive Direction.
Absolutely, great song.
I'm ready to drive people crazy with that song.
That's a great
when
song.
we get it out there. But it's a simple message. It's not a complicated message that can be done fast. You know, it's just, well, I'm hooked on it. But I think the world needs to slow down. We need to absorb more, and just, you know, and realize what through conversation, through music, how we can help each other, how we can, you know, really help each other.
Do you think we get to a point in our lives where our perspective changes, that you want to slow it down a little bit, that you want to embrace gratitude more, that you want to choose you for your birthday instead of the rides that maybe everyone else wants to do? Does that come with being, I don't want to say getting older, does it come with more appreciation for who you are? Because it could be at any age.
For me, it does.
I think it does, but I also think that we're programmed certain ways, and the change comes when we start to recognize what it is that we want to do. Like, we have to have awareness, because if we don't have the awareness, we can't make that shift. So the awareness comes first, and maybe that comes with age, maybe that comes from whoever you're interacting with. I don't think it has to be with age. I think it's, you know, what you're surrounding yourself with, what you're listening to. But the desire for that change, the desire for that shift, I think, is what starts it.
Can I just say, I completely, absolutely agree with you. I was just about to say that before you said it. It's the awareness which could come at any age, yes, definitely. And then you do a shift.
It just,
gratitude, we see a lot of different
it takes
things.
you a little bit longer because you got so many things happening to you when you're young. Like the kids have 4,000 things going, and then they throw in another 4,000. You don't get to appreciate a fine glass of wine until you get a little bit older, and then you start listening to the rhythm and the music and the different things that come your way. I'm gonna tell you, you can sit by the dock of the bay, you can hear that song with a nice glass of brandy or something, and that, man, is there. It's right on point. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like it sometimes when it's fast and you gotta go and go, but there ain't nothing better than to have some friends, a little something to drink, a little music going on. You get to enjoy the things in life that you've built.
Freddie, gratitude, I mean, can come at any age, because we have different things that we have gratitude for. So whether even a young adult may have gratitude if they've got that awareness, as I see it. I mean, this is the way I see
agree.
it. So they'll have gratitude for something different to maybe what you have gratitude for. But I think slowing down, as everybody's saying, is very important.
And I think being present, you know.
In the now, yeah.
Yes, very much so. I've had a transition for the past 7 years since our youngest ones went to college, and I have learned how to slow it down and appreciate every day much more, and a lot of life things happen in our lives, and it just makes you step back. And I believe in celebrating every day as much as we can, and noticing the fun, and noticing the happy, and noticing the little heart the leaf that's in the shape of a heart on the sidewalk. I mean, things that people they take things for granted. There are signs all around us. We need to just slow down and notice them.
See, Sally, there's your show.
Absolutely, yes. No, I talk about that a lot on my show.
Amazing.
Yes.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, more of this Gratitude Monday. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A, and we'll be right back.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come on down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are two good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life. Call 855-350-4504. That's 855-350-4504. Call 855-350-4504 now.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight, guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
Brand new shows, only on AMP2 TV. We have All-in-One Insurance, Latin Hustle con Karen. Meta Magazine Show. Pitch 2 Production. The Florida Love Show. The Sixth Borough. Meet the Experts. Reinvented Life. Lights in the Night. And The Hangout. Tune in so you don't miss these amazing new shows. Only on AMP2 TV.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I was waiting for Josh to say something crazy.
What are you grateful for?
Life. Everything in it.
Something that happened today that you're grateful for.
I woke up and I got to hear people's voices, and that always I love. I love that. Good things that happen, some bad, but some mostly all good stuff. That's what I'm saying. I'm not taking anything for granted anymore. You know, you come in, you give me a hug, whether you're new or you're not so new. To me, it's all the same now. It's about just enjoying it, living it, growing with it, making it better. It's all fun.
I gotta tell you, I love coming here. When people get the Sunday scaries, they don't want to go back to work on Monday, I can't wait to get back here on Monday, because it's not work. I just love being here around our crew and seeing everyone just get involved in what they're going to do. You don't realize the greatness that we have in the studio until you actually step back and you look around and you realize the greatness that we have in the studio, the things that we get to do. We have the opportunity to make callbacks and follow up with people and have Karen come in and she says, I'm here, I'm ready to learn new things. And Johnny comes in with music. We've got gratitude and so grateful for Josh and Mayor for stepping up and coming in today when other people are not feeling well. So I'm so grateful to all of them as well. And that you had a wonderful birthday. I know it sounds so sappy when I say these things to people, but it's truth. It's who I am, I guess.
Well, you're going to have a wonderful birthday, too.
I'm not worried about my birthday. I'm talking about today. We're not even going there. I just got to tell you. But this place is a magical place. And I want to introduce our new friend. We've got Lee Aloni joining us. She's a realtor. She's good friends with Vismaya Rubin. So, Lee, what are you grateful for?
Well, again, I'm grateful to be here today, too. And that I get to hug people again because we're a little bit post-COVID, I think. Whatever, yeah. I love coffee. I'm grateful for coffee. And I'm grateful for my mom, my husband, my children, great friends, people that I get to spend time with. You know, it's all about our loved ones, our friends, our people.
And you're a realtor?
I am. I'm a realtor.
Homes or commercial?
Residential and some commercial. It's our family-owned company in the heart of Davie. I'm an independent contractor, Lee Aloni South Florida Real Estate at G&E Realty Group. And my husband and his broker have owned the company for 20 years now. And I'm excited that I get to do this. I get to help people find their dream homes.
Davie's changed a lot. I went to school in Davie and it was, oh my gosh, there was nothing there.
Yes. I've lived here for 57 years.
Where'd you go to high school here?
I went to MacArthur,
Okay.
class of 83. Yeah, I was born in Chicago, and I moved here in 1970 when I was a little girl. And yeah, grew up in the Pines and have lived in Cooper City for 33 years.
You've seen it change a lot, right?
I have seen such change. You know, I want my cows back. Where are my cows? Yeah. They're all eaten up. But
they're in Ocala.
Huh? There were cows.
They're up in
were
Ocala.
Horses that would cross the street in Davie. I went to university school. So the horses would cross the street. There was one sandwich place we would get to leave high school and go out for lunch.
Yeah.
There was just nothing around. And
you went to high school in Davie?
Yeah.
Really? I thought Davie was like a cow pasture.
It used to be. Well, that's where I
was.
went to school.
Yeah, we were allowed to leave campus,
Yep.
for lunch in high school. That doesn't happen anymore. It's, locked down. I don't know.
But there's this home culture, this home feel about Davie and Cooper City.
Yes.
Yeah, you're only 20 minutes from Boca, but it's a totally different feel of a community.
Yeah, we are the suburbs. I love my little square. I used to be a teacher also. So I get to see some of my former students and their parents, and there's Miss Lee, so it really, we raised our kids there. We just have a history, and it is homey. I love it.
And what's real estate like these days? Freddie's been trying to sell his house for a few years, but he's not.
That's not true.
For a few years.
Don't believe that.
He's not really trying. He just
I was going to
pretends.
say, because someone would have bought that house.
Someone would buy your house in a heartbeat, exactly.
Less than a heartbeat. Business is exciting. I am personally excited for all of the inventory that's starting to come onto the market. Not so excited about the rates, but tis the season, It is selling season. It is buying season in South Florida, and unlike other parts of the country, we always have a demand for real estate. So it's a good business, and it's great how we get to help our fellow citizens.
Is it zoned differently in Davie that you can actually have horses on your property, you can have farms? It's not zoned the same way up here.
I'm not sure about how it is up here. I think if you have at least 2 animals on your land, you can write that off, that's the law.
You can write it off?
I'm sorry?
You can write it off?
I think so. I think there's
Meaning
some
what?
kind of, meaning, you have a certain, how do I explain it? You buy land and you put 2 cows on it, and then it's some kind of a tax write-off or something to that effect. Don't quote me,
Did
but
you ever
I
want a
think
cow?
that's accurate somewhere.
You had cows. You
I
had
had
horses.
cows.
You had
I
cows
had
too?
cows. I had horses. I don't
Yeah.
know. Goats.
Yeah. A lot of
had-
animals in Davie.
A lot of animals in Davie on the yards.
Listen, I used to tell my father, he put me through all of that for 4.5 years. I said, Dad, when I go back to New York, I never want to see another cow or bull or rabbit again.
Did I just hear goat yoga at Freddie's house?
Yeah, goat yoga. We're on our way.
Yeah, I give you the spoon and the yogurt, and you can sit there and eat it like a goat.
Yoga.
Yoga.
Yogurt.
That was good though, Freddie.
I gotta tell you, I remember when my father I gave him some money. I said, Dad, it was for something else. And he went out and he bought 20 goats. And goats eat everything.
Uh-huh.
So you can't leave anything on the fence. They'll eat your shirt. They'll eat your shoes. They're like the garbage disposal of the universe. Oh my God, yes.
It's true. I just visited a farm a couple months ago in Davie, and a goat just came up and started eating the paper out of my hand.
Yeah.
They
will eat everything.
They do.
So when you live on a farm, you have to learn how to survive the animals, and then how to make them survive. You got to help them survive. Linda says, "Oh, let's go retire in Puerto Rico." I'm not retiring anywhere there's animals. I'm a city boy. I'm from the
Oh,
Bronx.
you're not retiring. We got too many things to do for you to retire.
Just keep me in the city.
We'll keep you right here. We're good to go. And how do you know Vismaya? How long have you two been friends?
Is it 4 years or 5 years now?
I don't know. It was before the pandemic. We met at a mutual friend's house.
On a couch.
And she looked at me, I looked at her, and I'm like, we're going to be friends. And that was kind of it.
That's it. It was magical.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was a teacher before, too. I think that the teacher connection, something, like minds,
What grades did you teach, the two of you?
I taught high school.
Yeah, opposite end of the spectrum there. Pre-K. Wow. That was a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-K is not easy because in the Bronx, you had to go to Head Start to get pre-K. Or you had to pay for it. So
Yeah.
there was no pre-K over there.
Yeah, now we have VPK.
Now they have what?
VPK.
The hell is
So
that?
It's free education for children in preschool from 9 until 12, Monday through Friday.
That's what your sister does
My sister
in
doesn't do
North,
that.
or used to do.
Yeah, but Gio used to be in school from 8 to 3, pre-K. Head
Well, you
Start.
go from 9 to 12, and then the second part of the day, if you're I was in a private school, the second part of the day, they charged you for it. But in the public schools, I believe it's probably free for the whole. But I think you go a certain amount of hours, 9 to 1, what have you. I don't know.
Head Start was great because it meant that he got to learn stuff, and then he wanted to be the teacher. I don't know. There's something wrong with my kid.
No. And what's your niche in real estate?
Residential, luxury. But I love helping people that are in transition. Lifestyle transition, downsizing, or when they're growing their families. It's transitioning from the apartment to their first family home, or their kids are grown and they're downsizing to a condo. But all
It's
of
easier
our,
to upsize than downsize.
Oh, well, you would think. I don't know. It's a complicated transaction a lot of times. It doesn't have to be, but you really get to learn about people and what they're looking for, and it seems easy, and then when it comes down to it, it really isn't. The details, the small details, are really important to people.
They say next to someone passing away, moving is the most stressful thing.
Yeah,
it's a level of stress. They say loss of a loved one
Yeah.
and moving in that order
Yeah.
of the stress involved.
Yeah.
I moved a year ago and I realized I checked out for about a whole year. I don't think I opened my pantry for a year.
Yeah.
There are things I don't have any recollection of what happened in the first year in that house because I was so traumatized by the move.
Yes.
She never opens the pantry.
And it's a great house. The thought of moving and doing it, I physically did what I had to do, but the emotional connection
Yes.
did not happen for a long time.
How long did it take to clear the boxes away?
Boxes were cleared within
2
a month.
years.
Okay.
The boxes were cleared within a month, but that was the physical sense of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It
The
took 2
emotional
years.
attachment,
2 years.
I'm not even there 2 years yet.
No, it took me 2 years. I
Oh.
moved, and 2 years later, I still have
Been 2
boxes in the garage.
Yeah, it's a
Save 'em for next
personality.
time.
It's a personality. It really is.
Well,
Some people
well-
would get those boxes, like I have to do it, and then some people would be like, you know what? I'll do it a little bit of time at a time because it can be traumatic. It is, there are levels, and everyone has their time.
And then things changes. You get remarried and people
Mm-hmm.
move into your house.
Yeah.
And then your house becomes somebody else's
I
house.
woke up again.
Or we were talking to a friend and her mother's moving in with her and they have to now consolidate her mother's house
Yes.
and her house and the stress of what that is of you've been single, you've been living alone your whole life.
Yeah.
And now your mom's coming in, which is different than a spouse or significant other coming in and sharing your space.
I had to move my dad from a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a 2-car garage into an assisted living facility. And his house was like Sanford and Son. And he was from the thought that you never throw anything away. And as I was packing him up, I would throw a screw away and he would go, oh, no, somebody's gonna need that. And
Yeah.
the first time, he would pick it out of the garbage can. It was funny, it was cute. But then after the 5th time, I was like, it took me 3 months to pack everything up, sell everything. And I promised myself that I was gonna sell everything I owned because I don't want anything. I don't want anything in boxes. I don't want extra stuff. I'm not there yet, but that's one of my plans for this year is to get rid of most things.
The things that you require.
Yeah, I don't want the stuff. I
It's
want
funny-
the memories.
It's funny, when Linda and I lived in the first house when I met her, she sold that house in 24 hours. 24 hours.
Yeah.
And thank God my son, Freddie, who's as organized as I am, we packed boxes. We bought those boxes, like when we moved, and we put boxes in every room. And him and I packed everything in these boxes and taped it up. As long as I was there, it all got pushed along. Boxes were there, the movers came, they picked it up, boom. I left him and my stepdaughter in the garage, and they threw everything away. There was a dumpster down the street, and they threw everything in the dumpster. I says, you're throwing away my power tool. What are you doing? So, word to the wise.
Pack what you want.
It's very simple. If you have to do a room at a time, you do a room. But you do not leave that room. You do not leave that room until it's done.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, you will never finish. And that's the problem, is that people see over there, oh, wait a minute, let me go look at Mequetrefe over here. And you never get done what you're going to do in that room.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you start in one room, a little here, then the next room, a little there, a little. You did
No.
a little bit of everything, and it still looks like you did nothing.
that's right. And you get discouraged.
Yes.
So, and leave the garage for last. Because it's the last room you left. That's where the boxes were. It's going to be the last room you're going to do. Put a box in every room. Do not leave that room until it's done.
It's a
You
big
move.
undertaking,
You
yes.
didn't have a big problem.
That's because we paid the movers to pack the house.
Or you could do it that way.
Because it was 27 years in a house. I
Yeah.
cleaned through things. I got rid of what we were getting rid of.
Yeah.
I packed the essentials that I wanted, like the kids' baby things that I knew I wanted a certain way. Everything else, I said, go at it.
I
Well-
shredded tax returns from 1945.
Oh my
19
God.
Like, I sold all of his model cars, and I was so excited until I opened up one more box, and there was another 30 of them. So
And
it was emotional. It was a lot.
I relate because I'm going through that now with someone very near and dear to me they're 90 years old. So it's a lot.
I was reading something
Yeah.
today. We go through life, and I was looking for the quote, we acquire stuff because we think the more stuff we have, the better our life is. Till we get to the point in life where someone is getting rid of all of our stuff that we found was so important. So instead of
Yes.
focusing on the stuff, and this was the words that I was reading, instead of focusing on the stuff, we should focus on the memories and the gratitude and being in the moment, because those are the things at the end of the day that you remember and your loved ones remember versus the stuff that nobody really wants.
That was the hardest thing for me, packing my dad up. I found somebody who came in the garage and like everything that I couldn't sell on eBay and Facebook, he came in and he bought everything. And I was so excited because I was, I played the game with my dad. I said, what would make you happy? Like, what number would make you happy? And he gave me a number, and I said, let's go higher. And he says, okay. So at the end of it, he looks at his house, and he looks at the garage, and he says, my life is over.
Oh.
And my heart broke.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously not how I wanted him to feel, but I had to just, really reframe and say your life isn't over, we're at a different phase. And half the stuff that you had, you weren't even looking at anyways or using. But it's a very emotional piece, and I agree with you. Like, for me right now, I want memories, I want things that are up here, less than the material stuff.
And that's what the kids that are getting, the younger generation, like Aaron and Ashley, they didn't register for stuff.
Yeah.
They put everything, they asked for money to go on their honeymoon, for a Peloton, and things that, for memories, and to go on this trip and that trip, versus stuff. They said they'd rather have the memories now when they can do it, because there's enough stuff between the two families that they're going to
Right.
get. They said, well, why do I want anyone to spend the money on the others?
I
Which
agree.
is true.
Every year for my nephew's birthday, I don't buy them big things. I do like little things, like if they're 7, I give them 7 $2 bills. Like, that's a tradition. When they're 8 $2 bills. But I always give them like little tiny things that are usable, that they, like maybe a little snack or a little bag of Hershey Kisses, but I number everything and make the whole gift opening thing an experience. So like on the Hershey Kisses, it will say, here's hugs or kisses so that your titi's always thinking about you, or when I'm not around, you have a kiss. But very small things. And it's interesting because my nephew said to me, and he's 13, so he said to me the other day, as he was watching his brother open the gifts, he's like, you give the best gifts because it's an experience. It's something that we have to line everything up. So it makes me want to do it every year. Now the big one just turned 13, so that whole creation process, those are the things that he'll remember. He might remember that, oh, she gave me $100, but he'll remember she made me line them up and open them one by one, and that's really the cool part.
Because you do it with love.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I
You
do.
do it with
That's so
love.
sweet.
Lee, how can people reach you?
They can reach me by my phone. Should I say it? What do I say?
If someone's
My-
looking for a realtor in
Yes.
the area where you are
Yeah,
working?
Southwest Broward, but all of South Broward, and Broward, because I work up here too, You can call me, you can email me, you can reach my website, so it's lealoni.com, very easy. And my phone number is 754-244-3352. And I also have a Facebook group called Broward County 24/7 365. And it's a community outreach. And, we just share helpful information for people in all the neighborhoods in Broward County. So.
It's huge and growing, and
yes,
a lot of great things happening there.
Very
when I
much
moved
so.
there, the only thing there was, oh my gosh, we moved in 70, I think. My parents still live in the same house that I grew up in. The only thing that here's
My mom has been in the same house since 1971.
Yep, mine as well.
Yeah, so.
Yep.
And you guys don't know each other. You're probably the only people on the block.
I'll call you.
They live in Jacaranda. The only thing there were cow pastures on the other side of the street. There was like nothing there, and they're still there.
Right.
But a lot's changed in Broward County. The housing, the highways, it's easy access to Palm Beach and Miami-Dade. It's a great location. Broward's just like halfway between the two. Great concerts, great venues.
No more Sportatorium.
No more.
Remember that?
I remember that.
There are houses there now. Yeah.
I saw Madonna there for the first time.
How's she doing?
Madonna, Sportatorium. It must have been, I wasn't even driving yet. A boyfriend took me, so it must have been like in the early 80s. Long time ago.
My first concert was Kiss.
It was
at
like
the
way out
Sportatorium.
in the boonies, and now that's not even the boonies anymore.
I was 13 and I saw Kiss, my first concert.
See?
Yeah.
I was about 12, so more to
Madonna
come.
and Kiss.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to our in-house psychic and medium, Sally Bernard, maybe Johnny Melnick. He's rested a little bit. We can get a few more songs out of the Magic Music Man on Monday. So stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days. All in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
If you served in the Marine Corps, by now you know about the contaminated water problem at Camp Lejeune. If you were stationed or worked at Camp Lejeune from 1953 to 1987, you probably have a lot of questions. We have some answers. You could be entitled to compensation. Billions of dollars are being allocated to pay for damages to anyone stationed at Camp Lejeune during that time. Unfortunately, it appears that officials may have known the contaminated water problem existed and did little to protect their men. The Semper Fi code was not honored. If you or someone in your family has developed a serious illness, including various forms of cancer, call this Camp Lejeune legal support line right now. You can't turn back the clock and change what happened, but you can certainly call right now and learn your rights as a Marine. Here's the number.
Call 855-993-2180. That's 855-993-2180. Again, 855-993-2180.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing, what's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out, thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought.
Top of the morning to you laddies. Happy St. Patrick's Day from the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Hope you come down to the studio to share a pint with Dawn and Freddie S.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
As Josh goes,
I gotta tell you, what I was gonna add to it is I gotta downsize from the 5,000 square foot house to under maybe 1,000 or 1,200 square foot house.
Yep.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm throwing everything away. Do you know I have a room, a closet, which is like a room full of equipment, computers, wires. Gio comes every time he comes, he says, "You want me to clean it for you, Dad? Knock yourself out."
You're gonna throw it all away?
What am I gonna do with it?
It's coming here.
No, that equipment's already.
Oh, so you got rid of it. I showed you up in Delray, there's that equipment dump.
Let me show you the difference between me and my partner. When she moved, her husband had thousands of pounds of old equipment. So Freddie took it in.
And then where'd it go?
And went to the back.
And then where'd it go?
And I tried to set up a museum of old equipment back there. So one day Dawn says, "I can't take it." I says, "You can't take what?" I can't take all this stuff. So we took it to the dump and threw all that equipment out. Except for a pair of binoculars.
Up in Delray, there's a place for old equipment. And it's, where is it? Right off at
It's the dump.
Linton and whatever. But you can have, there's TVs and electric
Paints,
and paint and
everything.
solvents. So everything goes in the appropriate box so it doesn't go in your garbage can. Batteries.
We should get like an old TV from there, the one that has the back still.
And then there's a big sign that says, "Do not take anything from the dump."
Oh, never mind then.
No, you can't. It's not a
take the
swap
glass
shop.
out, and we can put something inside as like a
An
Like
empty
art-
TV
an art
box?
piece, yeah.
If we go to any one of these stores, what do they call those?
Thrift stores,
Thrift
pawn
stores?
shops.
You can pick up a TV for $19, a big one.
Everyone got TVs there.
Yeah, the ones I go to, they do.
Yeah, I don't envy you having to having to move. I got to tell you.
You don't know. As a matter of fact, my friend, I have an old TV outside in the patio that does not work anymore. Maybe I'll empty that out and bring it. It's a big one. And just keep the glass in the
He's going to
front.
put an apple pie in it.
There you go.
He only wants to put a fake apple pie in his shelf for Freddie because he knows he can't eat it. It's just going to be like a picture window.
They're just not nice to me.
It's gonna be the old school blue painted window, or like white wooden window with blue tiles on the outside or something like that, and then
What?
apple pie.
What
sitting-
window do you have?
I'm trying to remember just the classic look to it, and then it has curtains coming down, like
Leave
the
it to
old
Beaver.
school.
We'll get a couple of squirrels, stick them on there. Now, what I would like to do is in the front of the studio to the left, I would like to put, you ever gone to a play and they have those golden cases and they show who's performing
Oh,
that
is that
night?
what you meant?
Yeah. Well, what you think I
I
meant?
thought you meant like a sandwich board that you take in and out throughout the day that goes on like a big V.
No, I don't want to. What do I look like? I sell sandwiches?
That's what I thought you wanted.
No, I want something that you put on the wall and it has a picture of whose show is it, and you have to change it.
That's what restaurants do.
Coming up next.
When-
The sandwich thing, yes.
When you walk past a restaurant, if you don't want to go inside but you want to look at the menu, they have it printed outside.
Yeah, but
the
you ever
restaurant.
gone to a play and they have the big one, the 3x4, and I can't find it. I can't find one of those to put up.
We'll have to look. All right, we've got to talk to Sally before she gets ready for her show. As she goes into her trance, our host of Call Me Zena, Sally Bernard.
Hi,
What are you talking about today?
Well, it's going to be an unusual topic. The second part of my show, I think, at 3:30.
Unusual?
Well, very unusual. Well, though, UFOs. So get your questions ready, okay? And basically, it'll be what everybody, you know, we're going to have some sort of disclosure, I feel, eventually, soon coming up. So I just want to make people aware that maybe they are out there.
I keep getting
Don't know.
texts. We have to share the story. The story has to be told. Midnight, Russ is texting me videos of things. The story has to be told.
Okay, that's good, because he is going to be a guest on my show, which he did have a program on UFOs for, and he also has told me quite a bit. So I'm understanding a little bit more than I did a few weeks ago.
And on the first part, you're going to be talking about connecting to our loved ones, the
Correct.
physical messages.
Yes, yes. That's at 3, and at 3:30, the UFO story.
So what do you think? I found a feather yesterday on a stairwell.
Well, that's my very favorite subject, as you know. One of my guides is White Feather, and I find him the feather everywhere.
Well, White
so
Feather
that
was
made
there.
that made me. It touched me when you said that story.
Does it matter if it's a white feather or a brown feather?
Well, my guide, one of them is White Feather, so I guess he leaves white feathers. But it's a feather. A feather is. It doesn't matter. But yours was a white feather that you found. Yes.
It's
Beautiful.
a pigeon somewhere with one
So
less feather.
once again, we share something in common. White feather.
White, always. White
Right.
feather. Sometimes I'll see like a black feather, and I'll think, do I want to pick up a black feather? But I
No,
guess
the
a feather's
color
a
is.
feather.
I think it's just. I mean, I have always found white feathers, and I went into that when I first actually started this many years ago. So he was one of the first people that actually came to me, and I read up on white feather a lot, and I was getting messages. Being from London, I knew nothing about the Hopi Indians, but I was getting messages about the Hopi Indians, so I had validation for myself on that.
It's funny because you know the feathers got to come from some kind of pigeon, a bird, right? I mean,
Well, not necessarily. you
but
know.
no, when they got to come from somewhere. I'm pretty sure it came from a bird. But
The
the funny
invisible
thing
becomes visible.
But the funny thing is how it ends up in your house. I mean, I don't have any pigeons in here. There are no pigeons outside.
Well,
Can a feather travel millions of miles?
I have a story. I don't know if Steve's listening, but when I first met Steve and I was telling him all about this, I mean, he's going, yes, Sally, yes, okay, all right, I believe it, but, you know, let me kind of think about this. But we were talking one day, I was in my bedroom, and I had actually just mentioned white feather to him, and he tells this story beautifully. And we're talking, and I'm like just talking to him, and suddenly from the ceiling, and my house is pretty clean. There were feathers on the ceiling. A feather dropped right into his palm of his hand.
What kind of pillows do you have?
No, I don't have down pillows.
Are
And
you
he was
sure?
nowhere near the bed.
And you don't have a down jacket?
No. And he was standing in the middle of the room. He'll tell you.
It's pretty amazing.
It was just one more validation. And it was, well, I mean, you don't have to believe this, I know, but I believe that it was White Feather telling him, wake up to this, it's real.
I agreed.
He'll
It
tell
happens.
you. He's not here. If he's listening, write in, Steve.
White feathers.
I was outside once walking, and right out of the sky, a feather landed right in my hand. And It's pretty amazing when that happens.
Yeah. But what was amazing about this, we weren't even outside.
Twilight
you know,
Zone.
Yeah. We weren't
I gotta tell you, I
inside.
was walking one day like she was, and we're like this, and the feather didn't.
A bird did?
A bird did. A bird's poop
Right
did.
in your hand?
Right in my hand.
For me, feathers are messages from my dad, my stepdad.
That's what they say in dimes and pennies.
Oh, pennies, yeah.
He loved feathers and he collected feathers, so every time I say feather, that for me is a message that he's watching. And then when I see yellow or something comes to me that's yellow, that's always a message from my mother.
And the coincidence of when these things happen, like all of a sudden, don't be surprised you walk and all of a sudden you have a feather in your car waiting for you. The coincidences of these things are just wicked, which they say it's the spiritual world, so.
So they say.
That's what they say.
So tune in today at 3 o'clock for Call Me Zena.
I will be there. Here.
Sally will be there touching some.
And what's the
touching
theme
base.
of today?
Well, the first part is a call-in messages if you want to hear from your loved ones or anything that someone might just want to talk about. Because as you
So it's
know, I
about loved
don't
ones.
need to know the questions.
But
I
it's
get the
about,
answers.
we're going to ask people for loved ones?
Yes,
with those
yeah.
on the
I don't
other
have
side.
to know, just to call in. But the second part at 3:30, and I have Russ on my show, will be about UFOs and disclosure.
Can our departed loved ones be UFOs or turn into?
They can be whatever you want. Whatever question you might want to ask me. I bring in my collective, as you know. I don't know what I'm going to talk about it, but it seems to happen, right? And hopefully this time it will too, since I've made out. Every time I'm on, it'll happen. They
We're gonna
know.
have Johnny take us out with a final song.
Johnny, how's your
Do another
voice?
one?
You got one left in you? You got a bullet in the chamber?
Always, of course.
Josh, you ready for one more?
Yep. Anything you'd like to hear, particularly? No?
Give me one of those songs that you were telling me about.
What song?
One of his originals. We're gonna have Johnny take us out. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow.
Don't be late.
Right to Johnny.
And I can hardly speak, my heart is beating so. You think you know me well, but anyone can tell you don't know me. No, you don't know the one. Dreams of you at night, longs to kiss your lips, longs to hold you tight. To you, I'm just a friend. That's all I've ever been. Now you don't know me. I never knew the art of making love, yet my heart longed for you. Afraid and shy, I let my chance go by, a chance you might want me to. You give your hands to me, then you say goodbye, and I see you walk away beside that lucky guy. No one will ever know, the one who loves you so. Now you know me.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.